In addition to customizing your keyboard, as we learned in the previous movie, you can also customize your user interface by adding and modifying the button layout, which are these spaces underneath the source and the program monitors. All right, so first, before teaching you how to add buttons, let me show you what you do to remove all the buttons from your layout. You just come to this wrench here and deselect Show Transport Controls. Okay, so if you're 100% on the keyboard and you don't use the buttons on the interface, you can give yourself a little bit more room that way. But I'll go ahead and turn that back on, and let's take a look at how to modify this button layout. I'm going to just click on this plus sign here, and now I'm able to change around the buttons that are already here, as well as remove buttons and add more. First, if you're ever curious about what a button is, just hover over it and a tooltip will appear. If you'd like to change the order of the buttons, it's as simple as just dragging and dropping, like so. If you would like to remove buttons, you can just drag them out of the bank and they're gone. And if you would like to add buttons from the button editor into the button bank, just drag and drop like so. You do have 2 rows, so if you really use buttons a lot, you can utilize that second row. I don't like to take up that much space, so I'll just use 1 row. So I'll bring my safe margins up here to the first row. And let's also add go to previous and go to next marker. All right, so I'll say OK, and I'll put on my safe margins, okay? And I have a few markers in my sequence, so I can use those buttons as well. If you would ever like to reset your button layout, just bring your button editor back up and choose Reset Layout, and it's back to the Premiere Pro factory defaults. All right, so as you can see, you can make the most out of your user interface by customizing your button layout to whatever makes sense for your own way of working.